Alright, for anybody here at this moment, I'm starting in just a moment. Just had a minor delay, and I'll be here in just a couple minutes. All right. Let me clean up my desktop real quick. Apologize for the wait. Just had to step out shopping. It is boiling in my apartment. Except my AC doesn't have the proper seals to attach to my window. So I had to run out, get some tape, and build a ugly looking duct tape tarp across my window just to seal it. And it is still hot. All right, let me just swap over then. Okay, so this shot, whoops. One moment. Just have to turn off something on my desktop again. This will be 1 second. And it is done. All right, coming back. Okay, so this shot, this is going to be a very boring stream that I honestly expect a lot of people to jump out at a fairly decent pace, just because it's going to be long and tedious. I will play it now and just say what I'm going to be doing. I thought about tracking this on my own time, but I'm going to be starting to do my projects here soon, some projects that I've really wanted to work on for some time, and I just think I'm going to stream it all. I'm going to eventually be moving into Blender and Fusion, maybe a little bit of Maya modeling, because I can't model in Blender, I'm not good at it. But yeah, so for this shot, just a fun shot that I was out with some friends, we got some smoke bombs. Got some really cool photography, and I was mainly there just to shoot this one shot that I wanted. And yeah, just the idea is I want to kind of put some environment stuff going on, maybe some alien-looking plant stuff, a downed ship that maybe they arrived on. I'm probably going to enhance the flares a little bit, make them look like flares. Maybe a big Saturn ring going up and down the planet, I don't know. And yeah, maybe, I don't know, maybe some fleet or group of ships up above that they're trying to signal. I don't know, I want to use this shot as an opportunity to just dive heavily into Blender and also finish it off in Fusion. So it's gonna be a longer shot, and yeah, this stream is gonna be a lot of tracking, so I don't expect a lot of people to hang around and watch that. But if you do, what a good group of people you are. Okay, there's a bunch of messages I see that I have missed. Okay. Sauce, hello. Ciao, hello. Kimberly? You're new. I don't think I've seen you. Hello. Sauce, the title of the stream is amazing. Yeah, it's gonna be boring. This is gonna be the stream that I just want people, the music's kind of loud. Wow. Yeah, this is the stream that I want people to remember as the boring one. The I don't want to watch it again one. CG, nice shot, man. I'm happy with how the shot turned out. I think it's pretty cool. Great, I zoomed in. I think it's pretty cool. I'm gonna have a lot of fun with this. CG Rockstar, what did I hear about Blender? Yeah, this is going to be my excuse to jump into Blender. I just want to start getting into being able to do it all in one package. There's a lot of stuff that there's some smoke simulation stuff that I'm going to be doing for this, which I am dreading trying to attempt in Blender because, you know, Blender effects, not two very compatible things. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. But yeah, Blender I want to really dive into on this shot, and as much as I can. I'm going to try and model my assets here first, and I will inevitably give up and run over to Maya crying. Yeah, we'll see how much I do there. Kimberly, yep. Night Weeaboo, hello. Good to see you again. Kimberly, so, close enough. Did I not get that right? I'm gonna have to start tracking this here pretty soon because this is gonna be a while. But I'm almost at the end of the messages. Oh, you are jumping boat. Ship, not boat. Jumping ship. Cool. Anyways, I gotta head out for a few minutes, catch a bit. I'm not jumping ship. I don't ever plan to ditch Maya because Maya, you know, it's superior in animation. I would argue that it's nicer to model in it too for a lot of reasons. Well, I don't know if I'd say a lot, for a number of reasons. I think that the marking menu is much better than some of the keys that you're going to find in Blender. Also, snapping, far superior in Maya. Snapping pivots, which is such a big deal, far superior. Oh, and also retopology. Retopology due to shading reasons. Blender's fine for, well, okay, Blender's default tools, unless you're using scripts, Blender's retopology things out of the box aren't really great. Retopo looks cool. I ain't complaining about Blender, it's good skill set to have. Yeah, I hope so. Anyways, do need to head out, see you in a few minutes. See ya. Alright, I'm gonna get started to start tracking this. So, I guess I'm just gonna start from the beginning and go. But again, this is gonna be a very boring one. Nobody feel bad about abandoning me. But that's about it. And also, if you are here, where is... I was talking to someone on Discord. What was the name again? Render House. Render House, if you are here in the chat, maybe you have a different name, I'm not sure. But if you happen to be here watching, you showed me a shot. Somebody showed me a shot asking me advice on how to pull it off on Discord. I watched 2/3 of your video that you sent, and then I ran out of time. But by the looks of the shot, if you wouldn't mind, I would actually be down to do a stream on it, maybe tomorrow night, and just show you how I would go through the shot. Because that shot on the roto anim part, because you're gonna have to do a roto anim for the body and the arm, that's gonna be a little bit complicated. Why am I tracking this? Okay, if shots are super long, don't waste time tracking stuff that's gonna be obscured. Track all the easy stuff. Knock out all the easy stuff first. Especially if you're working in a studio and you gotta pass off your shot to another artist. Best to give them a lot of points that will maybe produce a solve, and not spend your time on the hardest points and then give like 2 or 3 points to your homie. And now they gotta track everything else just to get a solve. Because you spent 2 days tracking 4 points. And I swear that has happened before. Render House, thank you. Yeah, if you're okay with that, I'd love to do a stream on it. Because it's a little bit hard to explain and go through a shot like that. All I could say is that I do have a basic camera solving tutorial on YouTube that I could send you, and it walks through all the steps. Oh, that music is really loud. Oh, I don't have it on a slider to turn it down. Oh, yes I do. It's on the wrong slider. Oops. That must have been very annoying. Okay, is that point coming back? Yes, it is. That would be appreciable. Appreciable. Sorry. Ah, man, I can't speak. I'm actually very curious how long it's going to take me to track this shot. How many frames is it? It is 1,300 frames. What I'm very concerned about is the end, the sky here, because I am going to track the sky and the camera's got to continue to solve and push forward. I'm a little concerned because the clouds are very soft, very noisy, and very obscured. So I don't exactly know how that's going to be when I get to it. Let's try to do this fast. How fast can I get through these points now? I'm going to try and get minimum 4 trackers on screen at a time and just get the shot to a point where it will solve very fast, even if it's not a perfect solve. I don't want to spend any more time than I have to for my own shot. So I'm going to cater my points and my work to what I know that I'm going to do. Ah, elbow. Oh, that was a person. Oh, there's people there. Cool. Okay, so 1, 2. What can I get down here? Little pebble. Okay. Good. Easy. And as I went backwards, I was watching to see what other points are visible at for a decent... No, don't step. Oh, whenever I'm done a tracker and then I'm backing up to find the next tracker, I'm usually watching to see if any of the details are, you know, suitable in the perimeter. Saves me having to scrub later to see what's optimal. Ah, shadow. Render house. PF track is good, but if we compete 3D equalizer and synthesize, which one would you choose and why? Okay, so if I never had to deal with anamorphic distortion in my life, I would go synthesize easily. Synthesize is extremely fast, and you don't have to separately calculate the focal length and distortions from the solve. In synthesize, when you just go solver, go, and it's already done. Your fixed unknown, it finds your focal length and everything. It's easy, and you can have calc distortion on. You have an okay amount of distortion for most shots. But also the easy weight locking system here for animated paths and manual adjustments, combined with the graph editor and just how easy it is for me at least, I would easily go synthesize. But 3D has a lot of really cool features, I will admit, but specifically distortion is the main reason that 3DE is such a big deal, and rightfully so, because a lot of projects like to be why is my tracker shutting off? Okay, I have a bug. If I click and create a new tracker, come back, there, now I can track forward. Weird. If your tracker keeps shutting off randomly after every frame, just make a new tracker and then delete it and go back to your tracker. For some reason it fixes it. Looks much faster than 3D Equalizer in calculating distortion. It's very fast, it's instant. 3D Equalizer, what I believe it's doing is it's running through all the possible calculations for a solve just by itself. Because you need a solve and you need to see what the points are doing for your distortion to figure out what it needs to do. So under the hood, I believe it's doing a whole bunch of little solves of some brute force camera and adaptive until it lands on some somewhat nice result that you can then transfer over to your actual camera. Synthesize lets you just do that immediately. It kind of skips the step of doing all those calculations, and it gives you an okay result, and then gives you a camera immediately. I'm trying to talk too fast. I keep messing up my words. If you have a LiDAR or any survey data, 3DE is an absolute beast. But if you don't have a lot of measurements or set data or any information to help you with a shot, sometimes 3DE could be unnecessarily tricky. That is where I love the perspective lines and synthesize. I love the easy geometry creation that you can roughly model and project onto. Pinning is big. Pinning is a big thing that works very differently in 3D, but I love how it works here. There is a weird quirk about it that 3DE does better, but that's a weird discussion that I don't know if I want to talk about right now because I don't know how many people would get it. Oh, rock. Love rocks. I don't love smoke. This is awful. I should be using high pass. But the smoke is going away. The hard times are gone. And where's that rock? Oh no. What rock is it? It's this thing right here. I think so, anyway. Motion. Hello. I can't read that. And I'm too lazy to paste into Google Translate. Okay, leaving that one. Let's fill out this big empty space. If you just jumped in motion, I do have to warn, this is going to be a very boring stream. This is just tracking, just a lot of tracking. Nothing too informative going on here today. Just doing this for my own thing. Good morning. Good morning. Whereabouts are you that it's morning? For me right now, what time is it? It's 10 p.m. for me. Or 22 hours. Okay, so we already have solves going on at the beginning. So I'm going to fill out some more areas. Let's get the beginning of the shot solving. It's noon in Siberia. Siberia, nice. Noon sounds really good right about now. I wish I wasn't doing this so late. I am quite tired. This side looks like a bit of a hassle. Knock out a couple points over here. Oh, no hands. Okay, how hard can it be to find the only white speck? There it is. Saus, Calvin, you're internationally famous. Nah, that's a weird thing to say. Yes, all 6 people watching. Super famous. Render house, and it's morning India. Ah, morning sounds good too. I'll get out of here, tracker. All right, so we have that. Let's see, another point over here, fill out the space. Might as well go back a frame, hit H and fill this in by hand. Whenever your tracker shuts off for 1 frame, Synthesize likes to take, where is it? Likes to take these transition frames and it smooths your tracker 3 frames before it turns off and after it turns on. So if your tracker turns off for 1 frame, technically your tracker is losing its influence for more than just that 1 frame. So, you know, just keep an eye out for that. Honestly, that is also a better tip than you know. Please don't let your trackers turn off for 1 frame. Fake it if you have to. Faking it is better than just letting it shut off. Oh, now I got my bug again. Okay, so my tracker is shutting off for no reason. So even if I enable it, here, see, I enabled it, I hit E twice, it just keeps shutting off with the next frame. But if you just hold C, create some new random tracker, delete it, come back, and see your tracker works for some reason. What a mystery this is. We will never know why. I think soon I'm going to be upgrading to the absolute newest version of Synthesize. So we'll see what bugs are gone. Where's that speck? Is that the speck? That is the speck. Weeaboo. 1413 in Japan. Oh, not bad. Okay. That's a much more productive time than anybody else has listed here. Mornings, rather lazy for me. But man, I love a morning. It's kind of the best thing. Waking up, sun's rising, sitting somewhere, eating good breakfast. As that sun comes up and catches your eye, blinds you, making you regret waking up. Good times. It is far too bright in my apartment. I like it because the last place that I lived, which you could see in older streams, I was buried away at the bottom of this building in the middle of a courtyard where sun barely reached me. I was not far off from being a mushroom. I just kind of lived in the darkness. I would say how I feed, but I don't remember how mushrooms feed. I can't remember the exact name for it. Bring this tracker the other way. I should track it for 1 extra frame. Okay, what do I have? 1, 2. Okay, how many more over here? I got 3. Let's get a 4th point over here. Again, that's territory for a solve to be possible. The first pass of this is that I just want to get a solve going. And then every other point afterwards is just going to be bonus. Is that it? Is that the same feature? Yes, it is. Oh, this point sucks. I really might end up having to use a high pass here, closer to the end. Just to knock out some of these smoky points. Because the smoke is really pushing my trackers around. At least it's bearable. Oh, 2 trackers I didn't track backwards. Oops. And this tracker had a bad slide. Can't just let that go. Leaving it. I did not disable it properly. There we go. Just want to see, what does this do if I hit solve right now? Gonna go automatic, leave the beginning and end frames as they are, go. Also, we need some distortion. Let's go cubic. Just for now, just cubic. And let's stay in refine. Also, I do want to point out that I am going to attempt to do physically accurate rolling shutter in this project. And long story short, I did a stream recently, might be the last one, where I tried to get shutter working, physically accurate shutter, not fake warping shutter that a lot of people work with, working in Blender. I realized I made a mistake, like actually today. But long story short, it didn't work in Blender, but I think I know why. I thought shutter worked top, bottom, like, yeah, shutter scans top to bottom. But some programs will warp your footage, pin it at the top, and then warp the whole bottom half of the footage. But Synthesize solves it as it's centered, so it does the warp, but the center of the image is pinned. I did not do it that way in Blender. So when I give it another go, I hope that fixes it. Oh, because there's a lot of shutter in this footage. A lot of rolling shutter. So I plan to do something about that. And not cheat it. Walnut, what's the resolution of that plate? It looks much wider than usual. This plate, the resolution is... This is a half res. What is it? Come on. Don't you dare crash. I gotta save. I should have saved before I did that. Walnut, you killed me. $4096 by 1714. And let's save and put that resolution back down. Oh, now I gotta let it cache. I wish I could just let one of my games... Oh, Walnut, no, now I have to yeah. I wish I had games on my machine that I could just keep windowed and have it run well while I do this stuff, so I could just sit and play it while I do this. I don't like waiting for cache. Well, I can track the start, so that's good. Alright, what's this point doing? That is Poppy. Oh, dirt. No. Oh, you filth. Alright, what did that point do? Solve. Let's see the distortion. I want to see what it looks like. Cool. Who is it I was talking to about the speed of solving here? Oh, Render House. Yeah, so here's how fast... You can see how fast that was to solve this and synthesize. It was like instant. Render House, yeah. Oh, get out of here. Oh, this smoke, man. Okay, I'm not gonna track these smoky bits. I'm gonna come back to it. I am gonna do a high pass. I'm gonna track everything but the smoke. Nobody got time for smoke. No, sir. Well, so are you streaming this whole shot beyond just tracking upcoming streams? If so, that's cool. I look forward to it. Yeah, I plan to. Depends on how confident I am. Because, you know, I'm trying to learn Blender. I don't know if you were here for the start of the stream, Walnut. But this shot, this is going to be... I tracked a couple shots of myself that I thought, I'm going to do some Blender thing on it. And then I just kind of thought, nah, because those shots weren't fun. So I think this is gonna be the shot that I dive into Blender and try to figure it all out. And Fusion, also Fusion. I've been playing so much with Fusion. I'm having so much fun with Fusion. So what I'm gonna do is, or what I'm thinking I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna pretend these guys crashed here on some ship, on some planet for a holiday or something. I don't know. I'm just trying to justify their clothing. But they crashed here. I'm gonna try and put some downed flaming ship back here. Gonna try and enhance the flares, put some lights and maybe some sparks coming off of these, so there'll be a track of those things eventually, maybe. I might do some planet stuff, so I might throw on some alien-looking environment, some alien stuff going on up in these mountains, maybe some big Saturn rings. And at the end, I think I'm gonna put a fleet of ships up orbiting the planet. And they're trying to signal some ship that's passing by. So that's kind of the goal. And if I feel confident enough in failing on stream in Blender and Fusion, we'll see. I think I'm gonna attempt it. I'm gonna try and stream this whole thing. Where the fun begins. Is this anamorphic or on the pocket or just wide? This is not anamorphic. I just shot it really wide. I shot it very wide, and I cut the top and bottom off. I'm just a sucker for super wide frames. Sal's Blender might not do too great with flames. Yeah, the flames I'm very worried about. I don't know if I'm gonna succeed with flames. I might try to learn Maya Bifrost. And I have a friend who can do really good fire, like it's his thing. He can do really good fire in Houdini. I might bug him if I fail ultimately, and then I'll just comp it over whatever I need. Or I'll just look into some Action Essentials. I'll look into them Action Essentials flames, and or maybe Film Riot's Magic Pack thing. Trying and film, sorry. And I don't. Maybe it doesn't need to look like smoke. I could do some weird stuff to it. Or it doesn't need to look like real fire. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, Blender, effects, no. I know they did their Manta fluid thing in Blender, and it's not good. I mean, it's okay. It's free. It's awesome. It's free. But it's slow. Okay, let's put down some more points. Walnut sounds like a cool shot. I'd love to see the process. Yeah, we'll see if I can muster the confidence to do that, to try and do it live. I've been watching so many Blender tutorials and Fusion tutorials. So I'm kind of hoping when I dive into it, I'm kind of hoping I have an idea of where to find the information fast and just blow through the problems. You could try Houdini since Blender can import VDBs. Oh yeah, yeah, VDBs. I could just go into Houdini and one button click that fire thing and get a plume of smoke. That gives you a pretty decent result up front and then easy enough to tweak. Get that ROP output driver. Get that smoke out of there. I don't know. Yeah, I could do that. And Walnut, yeah, I got the Extinction pack from Film Riot. Pretty cool assets. Is that what it's called? Extinction? I guess I could start solving over here. Get the solve extending out here. Let's track this log. Film Riot is such a great channel. Can't get past how long I've been watching that guy. Or those guys. I don't know, there's a few packs. Just what I have. Oh, this annoying little sliver. Why am I subjecting myself to tracking this? Now let's go by hand. Saus. Film Riot is the first filmmaking channel I've ever watched. My first channel was Indie Mogul, and then I jumped to Film Riot. Indie Mogul kind of messed itself up. They stopped for a while, and then I didn't find their stuff all that good when it came back. Same. Nice. I learned how to make a Steadicam from Indie Mogul. So I built this cheap galvanized steel pipe with a handle on the side, got a weight kind of screwed to the bottom, and then the camera was balanced up top. Used to have an old Canon 7D, which was apparently like the camera that every YouTuber had back in the day, because it was like, I think it was like the first, I could be wrong on this, I think it was like the first DSLR to shoot HD video for the price. My friend showed it to me. Oh, nice. Where the fun began. I started watching Film Riot off their cameo in the final episode of Backyard Effects. Oh, Backyard Effects is cool. Sorry if you hear the siren. I really look forward to see some more Ryan Connolly's. Oh, I can't speak. I really look forward to seeing what projects Ryan Connolly gets into within the coming years. What is this? Oh, that's what I tracked. What did you do now? Quick, dump the stash in the toilet. I have nothing on my desk to play along with that bit. But I did remember I have juice. Ah, that is good warm juice. It is very... Used to be cold 30 minutes ago. Now it is room temperature to my boiling apartment. What type of juice? It's just vitamin water. Gotta love that marketing. It's just juice. Vitamin water makes it sound so much better for you. Good marketing. Doesn't even have the vitamins that you... Doesn't even have that difference in a level of vitamins compared to other juices. Like, I mean, like, you know, of the orange juices or the Sunny D's. It's kind of crazy drinking orange juice. It's like super healthy to have an orange. But then an orange juice, it takes like how many oranges? Like, I don't know, 3-4 oranges to make a cup of juice. And you're getting such an excess of vitamin C and stuff that you don't need. CG, I thought... Oh, wait, I missed a few. Sauce, what type... Oh, yeah. CG, I thought you got your aircon working. I did, except it's far off in another room, and the air still has to circulate through my apartment. So, hasn't been on long enough yet. Also, I have 2 PCs running right now. One operating the stream, one actually doing the work. And they're both pumping out heat. Not a good time. And let's see. Anyways, good time to talk about that shooting lens grid thing I asked about while you work away in this shot. Yes, or keep it for another time. Oh, yeah. Okay, so for context, CG Rockstar on Discord asked about I can't remember how it was phrased. How hold on. Okay. Hey, had a question. When we shoot lens grids, usually softwares have it as a single input, right? what if we are using a telephoto lens instead of a prime lens? Doing a zoom from say 35 to 55 maybe? How to solve that, and how would you approach shooting a lens grid for that? Okay, so first things first, what if we're using a telephoto lens instead of a primes and doing zooms? So Synthesize, if you took a grid into Synthesize and you go shot lens, create lens grid, process lens grid? Yes. Go process lens grid. Hey, sorry, AFK. Could hear you but not type. Oh, no worries. Okay, so if you process the lens grid in Synthesize will use settings like, if I go lens master calibration, processing a lens grid will go through and give you whatever settings here that you want. So you got some anamorphic stuff, you got some fisheye, echo-solid, equidistant, all that stuff here. You can come quartic, quadratic, you can figure out all the best stuff that you need here. Hit OK, hit OK. And then you can output it here as, this is how you output it. You output it as basically an ST map. But when you do it as an ST map with Synthesize, you don't have this distortion value right here. So this value here, what you would typically do is you have a distortion value, and then you go zooming distortion, and then it animates these parameters. An ST map will warp your footage, but you don't have the actual values for the distortion. So you can't start with a focal or whatever and then zoom off of that number because it's an ST map. Yeah, when you process your lens grid in your Synthesize folder, wherever this file is, it'll save the ST map alongside. Now, if you did a lens grid in 3D Equalizer, 3D Equalizer will actually, I should just launch it. Nah, I won't launch it. 3D Equalizer, you could do your lens grid, warp it, and then it gives you within the lens like every parameter for every type of distortion that you have set to calculate. And then you can continue your solve and zoom and have the zoom work off of those values. So Synthesize, if you have zooming distortion, just let Synthesize figure it out. The lens grids kind of don't help you. Yeah, that was ugly noise. Yeah. Let's see. Interesting. Yeah, that was what I had in my head. So you get animated sequence of ST map from 3DE. Yes. Well, not until you're done your shot, because then you can export out an animated sequence. You also, if you come up with the shot, write distortion maps, you can write an undistortion sequence out of Synthesize as well. But, you can't just take a lens grid and then work off of that specific value. Oh, I didn't track this point. Going the other way. I hope that made sense. I stumbled around a bit there. Yeah, some of these things, they're harder to explain if I haven't sat and thought about it first. I'm not a super on the fly kind of a person. Also, not like the best match move artist in theory. I just kind of stumbled across a lot of things that worked, and I've seen a lot of techniques from people who have come in and out of track VFX. And I've talked to people and have seen the work out of other studios, and I've kind of worked off of whatever I could. I don't know how I compare to like a proper senior artist at other studios because I've never met them. Typically senior artists are employed, so they're not bouncing around smaller studios like Track VFX. So it's hard for me to really gauge what my level is. And how about shooting lens grid? What would you recommend? Usually I make sure on set to make sure the whole lens grid has full coverage, edge to edge. Was not sure if it would help if I zoomed into the lens grid. Okay, yeah, so if you zoom lenses, you actually change the distortion. Like the lens I'm using right now, at 8 millimeters, it is at 8 millimeters, it is at this distortion, this negative distortion. But when I zoom in to 24 mil, which is the max on this lens, the distortion will actually invert to something like this. So, yeah. So if you zoom in on your, don't zoom on your lens grid, unless your shot actually matches the zoom. Usually, if you shoot a lens grid, what's usually good to do is to go like the lowest millimeter, then go up to 35, then go up to 45 or whatever, then go to 50, then go to 80, then go to 100. Shoot a few so that you can get a decent estimate for your shots. Maybe 35, then go to 36, pull the camera back physically and going all the way up. Yeah, exactly. Hence the question, the distortion would change. Yeah. Haha, yes, that's what I do, but how do you guys then blend that in? Blend it in, as in trying to do a zoom? Is that what you mean by blend? Yeah, what do you mean by blend it in? Because oh, okay. Yeah, so we don't. Oh, actually, that's a lie. I don't personally know how to do it in 3D. I have not done it. I'm pretty sure you can key your values and have it blend in between. I'm pretty sure you can, just as you described it. It's just that I don't personally handle the distortion in there. Usually what we do is we start with the correct distortion, do a solve, and then let the shot just solve and calculate the distortion's breathing by itself, and then let it end up wherever the software is happy with it. Because even if you have the correct data, there is so much that can go wrong with the actual undistortion that it just won't work either way. I know Matthew Merkovich talks a lot about this too, but lenses are so imperfect, and little rack focuses, zooms, like, can change your distortion drastically. Even if your lens isn't perfectly stable on your mount, sometimes some people use adapters to fit the lens onto a certain body of cameras. The adapters introduce space in between, and sometimes it's not perfectly spaced, or the seal isn't perfect and your lens will shake, which will mess up the optic center. There is so much that can go wrong with lenses that sometimes lens grids will give you a wrong result as well. Did I answer that question? Wait. Okay, I will try to shoot a grid with my 18 to 55mm lens when printer is open. Need to print a lens grid, though it's a crop sensor, and then shoot some footage. Okay, so if I were to shoot some footage, okay, I do want to say, what people always think that they have to do is that they have to shoot the lens grids perfectly square, like perfectly lined up, and measured your camera to the center and flush to the board. You don't have to do that. When you're in 3DE or SynthEyes and you do like checkerboard or a dot pass, the software knows how to straighten and flatten out all those squares, and no matter your camera angle, it knows what to do. Mostly, you typically do not have to worry about your grid being flush to the camera perfectly flush to that grid. It's kind of a waste of time. See, especially okay, so you can't shoot GoPros. You can't shoot GoPro lens grids because GoPros are so impossibly wide that you can't reach the checker to the corners of the GoPro footage. Sorry, I just had a bunch of messages. So what you do with a GoPro is angle the camera to the side so that in the footage the checkerboard is like offset, but the checkerboard reaches the full ends of the footage. You need to be able to cover the corners or a full side of the GoPro. That distortion can mirror over to the side. That's kind of the easiest solution you could do for wide lenses, for extremely wide lenses. Hopefully you're not dealing with that kind of wide. But because of instances like that, the software knows how to straighten and flatten out these grids. They don't need to be flush. I personally have not seen 100% benefit yet from a perfectly flush lens grid that we couldn't get from something angled. But that's just because I've sat and played around with these. I have a big TV, so I used it for some lens grids, practiced, just to see what different results would give me, like angling the camera, getting closer, whatever. It turned out to be the same thing. Oh, my tracker's buggy. All right, create new tracker, delete. What did I miss? Did I miss something? I missed a couple messages. Let me just play this while I look. Also, let's give it a quick solve. Solve. Alright, I'm just gonna let that play for a moment. Seriously, I give my DP a hard time about that. I don't remember what I said. Hard time about what? Edge to edge. Yeah, edge to edge is important. And if you can't fit the whole lens grid on screen, make sure you tilt the camera so the distortion at least goes to one side. Seriously, oh, yeah, I read that. CG, let's keep it a secret. Those guys see this. They will come for my blood. Oh no. What have you done? Render house, CG. It would be possible to shoot lens grid with crop sensor and do the same. I mean, same focal length while shooting and same focal length while capturing lens grid. Render house, you can calculate crop sensor's equivalent to full frame yeah. Basically, camera body does not matter, but the actual lens for each new lens, you need to capture lens grids. Yeah. About not shooting lens grid properly, like head on edge to... Oh, okay. Awesome. Okay, what do we got? 6 trackers... Nope, 5 trackers here. And those 3 shut off. We're close to getting this part solving. Let me knock this out real quick. I saw it did come back for a sliver. I don't want to do that. I chose a dangerous point to track. I'm not going to continue... I'm not going to continue tracking that specific one. I tracked the center of those pieces. Wasn't really the smartest thing to do. You know what? I'm going to delete that and do this one properly. Let's track the white speck. Also, what's going on my iPad? Cool. Okay. What cam and lens you use to shoot this? I use the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema 4K. And what kind of lens is this? It's my webcam right now. This is the footage that you're seeing right now. This is my webcam. I can't read it upside down. It's a Leica lens. Nice raw DNG. Not DNG. BNG is what Blackmagic used to do. Now they have their B raw. Their Blackmagic raw format. This is B raw. Cool. Or ProRes. Yeah, the Blackmagic does shoot ProRes, which is awesome. I used to shoot everything in ProRes, but I'm just liking B-RAW now more. I don't know why. Yeah, honestly, I don't know why. So many formats these days and so many varying ranges of quality that are very, very similar. I don't know why I chose to use B-RAW over ProRes at this point. It's kind of like the debate on whether or not to use like DPXs or EXRs. I don't see the difference. I looked a little bit into DPXs and VXRs, but what I saw didn't really amount to much. So somebody would have to enlighten me on why one is preferred over the other. ProRes is still compressed. End of the day, it's a good choice. Stick to RAW. Oh yeah, I guess so, right? Really though, the ProRes, like, I barely saw any artifacts when you crunch the values. Barely saw any difference. But B-RAW can also be compressed. B-RAW is also compressed. Shooting the highest quality, I didn't even shoot this at the highest quality B-RAW. But it is compressed as well. Akam, hello, what's going on here? Oh wait. When you do I missed a couple. Comps, it makes a difference with regards to dynamic range. Yeah, I haven't seen much of a difference. I guess I kind of answered my thoughts on that. Walnut, when you update to the newest synthesize, you'll be a fan of the B-RAW import. Oh, I know. You know what's funny? One of the things that I really want from new synthesize is this. You take this point, link it to this point, and I want the distance right here to just already have the current solved distance. I want that so badly. I use that a lot, and it is such a pain to figure out that value. Also, I really want in the new synthesize to export FBXs, but change the rotation order of the camera. That is a huge plus. CG Rockstar, do you need to do Roto Cleanup? Roto Cleanup, yeah. I gotta do some cleanup in this shot. I gotta get rid of gotta get rid of these campers and stuff. Anything that looks like campground. This stuff over here, I'm either gonna paint it out or I'm gonna cover it up with some alien environment stuff. Hair details would be better preserved. Helps with that thing. Oh, yeah. Oh, I read that already. No, I didn't. Calm. Hey, what's going on here? CG. Hey, Calm. CG Rockstar. You want to do uncompressed shoot always? Well, depends on what you want to do. Even some client projects, it's not necessary to do that. Depends on the budget. But, you know, if you're doing a big production, high budget, not all ads need it, but most of them certainly do. 100%. No, when I said about Roto Cleanup a comp have an uncompressed raw, it helps a lot with dynamic range when it comes to it. Yeah, I never thought about that. Thinking about that, yeah, actually, that's a good point. I wish I had a card that was capable of shooting the highest quality B-RAW. I don't have a card that's capable of it. I just bought a new card and it allowed me to shoot this. And this is one of the higher quality shooting modes for B-Raw on the Blackmagic. And it's somewhat indistinguishable from the higher modes. And this was kind of the best that I can come up with. Honestly, what you're watching too here, this is a JPEG. I written this out as a JPEG just to work with it in Synthesize. You never know what you want to do, maybe recycle footage in the future. Yeah, that would definitely be the case, yeah. Usually do B-Raw 8.1 for just general footage and 5.1 for stuff I care about. Exactly, yeah. I think that's what I did too. Did I do 5. Wait. I don't remember. I think 5.1 might have been it. I don't remember now. It's not the highest. I don't remember if 5.1 is the highest. Is this part of a larger project, and did you just go out and shoot some footage for the sake of doing VFX to it? This is not a part of a bigger project, but this is kind of my Blender, my excuse to use Blender shot. I'm going to do a downed spaceship or something that it looks like they maybe crashed and got to Earth on. And I'm going to put some flares. I might enhance the flares, put some sparks coming off of the flares, do some big Saturn rings in the sky, put some extra kind of alien looking trees on stuff on the mountains, some big structures. And I'm going to try to put a fleet of ships up here that they're trying to signal to. And that's what I'm going to try and do for the shot. Just an excuse to learn some Blender. And Fusion. CG. I don't have a BM camera. Never used the cameras either, so I'm not sure about the formats. Yeah, Acom. How about SSD? I have a friend who's using an SSD on his Blackmagic, and he has like an absurd record time. And yeah, he can utilize the highest quality. That is an option, but I don't want to go with a massive rig. I am likely going to pick up the new Blackmagic Pro, the 6K Pro, when I have a chance. And I'm probably going to go with CFast. Get a really good CFast card, because I want to reduce whatever's on the body as much as I can. No 3.1 is the highest, and then there's like higher quality 2 adaptive bitrate modes, which is highest quality. Oh yeah. Oh, those adaptive bitrate modes, those can be rough. A shot like this shot would be good for the adaptive mode because, well, first off, adaptive modes aren't very good for VFX, I know. But a shot like this, if you were just a casual person shooting, skies like this would be great for adaptive bitrate mode. Wait, I just contradicted myself. What? Well, I didn't notice. CG, what would be cool is if having some water displacement when ship comes to save them. I don't think the ship's going to come that close. I think when the ship actually comes flying down, there's going to be some flares and whatever that you're going to see passing through the smoke. And once the camera comes up, then it's going to start like, I don't know, some big, and then start jetting down towards the camera. And it might, I don't know, maybe it will become visible right here when the smoke clears. It's kind of a long bit, so I'm just trying to imagine how the ship might be here. So I don't know, and then I don't know, it's coming down, it's cruising, it's coming in fast, and then it starts to stabilize here. I don't know, but yeah, no water. I would be terrified to do water. I can't do that. That's far out of my skill set. Let me get in another tracker while I'm answering these. I was hoping to see some water ripples. That's tough, man. Tough for me. Have you got other shots? Nope. Oh, yes, I do. I have some cool shots. We shot some really cool shots with these smokes. I'll load them up here in a little bit. Yeah, I should clarify. Hang on, 3.1 is the higher quality, and higher quality adaptive mode is more convenient, but also great quality. Yeah, the great quality is kind of, you know, kind of chooses where it puts the artifacts. I chose a terrible point to track. When I said other shots, I meant for a ship to come closer to the water for the ripples and mist. Oh, do I have other shots? Like to splice in? I don't think so. I don't think so. Where are my other shots? Okay, 1 second. I'm gonna quickly launch Resolve. Just to hide some names for projects. 1 second, I am not going away. I just want to quickly look at the other footage that I shot of this and take a quick peek at the smoke shots. So I'm not gone, just waiting for Resolve to launch, but I don't want project titles to be visible. So the be right back is quite literal. I will be right back in a few seconds. Let's see, what are the other questions? When I said, okay, Untitled. Maybe pick up Houdini as well along the way. Oh man, Houdini is there's so much. Oh, there's a new Resolve Studio update. That's great. All right, I'm almost back. Calvin, I don't watch the other tutorial you worked on Rolling Shutter. How was the result? Long story short, it didn't work, but I think I know the reason now. Because, well, yeah, I think I know the reason now, and I'll be attempting it again here quite soon. All right, swapping my camera back on. Okay. What have I got? This was our test run, I think. While this is playing, let's see. Oh man, Calvin's gone and never coming back. I've gone out for scratchers. Gone out for some Lotto Max tickets. CG, I guess we'll have a sig till you see your shots. Go get your sig, man. Calvin, I didn't watch it. Oh yeah, I answered that. Calvin, he's back. I never thought to live to see the day. Walnut, you're a lively fella. And you have endured a very dark past 3 minutes. Okay, so there's that. What's this? Oh, this is the red one. I like this one. I like the red color. What did I not like about... Oh, because I didn't shoot it in slow-mo. I wanted it in slow-mo. So we wasted some of the flares. Oh, these look terrible. Hold on, let me go in here. Let me just slap on some really random... let's just go with this one. I like this stuff. This is cool. I want somebody to track one of these. Okay, where's the footage? Where's the smoke? Here's the cool smoke. I like this. Calvin, I didn't watch the other two. Oh yeah, he's back. It was tough. I'll try to suppress the memories. The horrors you've lived. I would like to see someone track this. I don't know if I really want to do anything with this, but if anybody wants this footage, like yeah, you can have some of this footage. There's a lot of it. These would be very irritating shots to solve. Yeah, look at this. Very irritating tracks. This is definitely high pass territory, and I don't even think that'll help you that much. Oh, full screen, come on. Okay, here we go. Yeah, so that's about the footage. That is a mess. Let's get out of here. So I don't have a lot of other angles and stuff to work with. If I were to, let's say, splice something in or something. I don't have any plates that I would just cut in there. Well, there isn't a single stage in the VFX pipeline that shot wouldn't be difficult in. Yeah. Yeah, that one was certainly a messy one. That's the kind of shot where you would scream at the supervisor for not getting them to shoot without the smoke. Let's get some distant, easy points in here and get the shot solving, and that'll be kind of the first stage of this done. Okay, I think this tracker drifts around a little bit. Yeah, it drifts around a little bit. And I don't want to spend a long time making sure that a tracker of this length is perfect. So what I'm just going to do is I'm going to track a lot more points on that mountain ridge so that they average each other out. Accounts for human error. Calvin, did you get new headphones? No, I didn't. Same ones I've been using for a few months now. I think they're Skull Candy. They were kind of the biggest headphones I can get. That was not gonna break my bank. I'm not too much of an audiophile, but I only use these for streaming and gaming. That's about it. I game a lot. And I'm constantly mic'd up with friends. So that's the only time I use these. Yeah. Aside from these, my daily driver is the AirPods Pro. Souse. If someone really hated a VFX artist, making them do these shots quickly would be a great prank. Man, there's a prank that happened to a friend of mine. I want to tell it, but I don't know if it's appropriate. I don't want to risk it. Yeah, I don't want to risk it. Sorry, I shouldn't have even brought that up now. But yeah, there are some shots that are shot so poorly that you would think that they are brain dead idiots that are pulling a prank on you. There are VFX supervisors who have just kind of fell into their position and they don't have like the full experience in the many departments that you would hope that the soup has some knowledge in. So sometimes some people are stepped on and then they stress out doing 80-hour weeks or whatever. 80 hours? 80 hours. Well, I guess some people. CG, what games am I playing on PC or console? Right now, both. If we're talking about non-multiplayer, I'm trying to get through Red Dead Redemption. I'm going to start, I think on PC here, I'm going to start going through Horizon Zero Dawn. I've never played Horizon Zero Dawn. I've played like 5 minutes of the beginning of it, and now I have to sit and just go through it. Right now I'm playing Little Nightmares, which is a very beautifully art-directed game. Love the vibe. If we're talking multiplayer, I'm mainly playing... I play a little bit of Warzone. I play Judge Me If You Want. Judge Me If You Want. I play a lot of Fortnite. I want to get more into Apex Legends. I just recently got a friend who is down to play Apex Legends with me, so that's cool. Yeah, Warzone, I wish I had more of a squad to play with. I used to play with some coworkers and my boss. We haven't picked it up in a while. We got to do that here soon. I would love to stream. I would love to stream a track VFX game night. Just get my boss and a few of the track coworkers in on it. There's a bunch of messages. Oh, Wig20, hello. Sorry, I missed that. Sals, I have worked as a VFX supervisor for my teensy production company like once, and that time was full of pranks. That's actually pretty awesome. So long as it's not too harmful, like in terms of stress to an artist, pranks are fun. You need something to lighten the mood. You need someone to be a punching bag, a lightning rod. So long as they're not really a lightning rod. Akam, CG Rockstar, do you know any good courses for Unreal Engine and Houdini? Well, on real shoots, there are a lot of variables. Sometimes directors want something, other times it's the clients, and it's real time that we have to think on it. Yeah, exactly. Also let go of things other times. Akam, yes I... CG, Akam, yes I do. On Udemy, okay, I was going to skip that stuff for the sake of things. How about Houdini? Yes, it's creating procedural. Okay, I'm just going to skip that. That's not really for me. What do I have? 1, 2... Let's fill out this area. Oh, I gotta bring it back. I'm gonna piss everybody off and just stream Fortnite now forever on this Twitch and this track channel. Drive everybody off the channel. And then, once everyone's gone and we're down to the last viewer standing, I will release the most amazing synthesize stream that I've ever done. It'll be incredible. It'll be a roto anim of a dude in a body of water, which also needs a deformation surface. There's going to be a hurricane and it's spitting up dust sweeping across the water, so it's going to interfere with visibility. There's also going to be some object tracks that have to be distance solved to the roto anim rig. We're going to have facial deformations, and the controls have to be easily transferable over to a rigged character for animation. And there's going to be lens flare cutting across. Also, it's going to be very dark. So lens flare, but there's going to be a lot of grain too. What else? What else is hell? Oh, and also the client retimed the plate and they gave it to us without notifying us or giving us a retime curve. So, you know, the client's an asshole. And they also shot on the worst possible CMOS sensor they could find. So rolling shutter, just a wreck, which you can't calculate because there's no solid surface. That's the kind of shot I'm going to do once I've driven everyone away until there's one viewer standing who's going to learn all this and be some sort of a tracking deity that everyone else is going to have to bow down to. That was a dumb long spiel. Dear God, it's all the worst things ever at once. You are, CG, you were right, but if I could, oh, okay. Okay, do shameless promo and a bit late. Did see Hugo's desk, had a fun time making that. Have tried VFX, I have a link for me. Sauce, I cannot wait to be the tracking deity. That brings to mind the last person standing with that kind of match move power is sitting down like Emperor Palpatine in that whichever Star Wars movie that was. Unlimited power. and then you're gonna turn 80 years old, like over the course of a week, because the stress is gonna drive you into the ground. So you're gonna look like Palpatine too. You're gonna look like petrified coyote crap. I know that was very specific. I grew up in a hunter family, so been around animals and have seen my dad identify feces. Yes, render house currently doing the bridge collapse and view. Okay. The sim that I talked about, taking 4.5 plus hours following, should have done my own pyro sim. By the way, Calvin Kingdon, okay to post that link? Yeah, you can post. Yeah, have at it. All right. How many points do I have now? Can I solve a little bit more? Ooh, something shuts off here. What shuts off? Okay, so I can fix this very quickly with a point right here. Good. Okay, is this point even visible? Yes, it is. Oh, I can't even make it out. That's the wrong... There we go. Ah, knuckle. Walnut, oh, did CGI for that. Walnut, that relatable moment when you track a shot so difficult, you begin to take on the appearance of a petrified coyote crab, yeah. That is some track VFX stress right there. We got a lot of work at track VFX. It could be stressful, but it's fun work. Okay, did this tracker help extend this at all? Oh wait, that didn't even last that long. Why did I track that one? That point wasn't going to help. Let's get a point right here. This one will help. Why did I think that point was going to help? He took forever to respond back when I asked him a question in the forum, like 3 to 4 days. Maybe he has a nice day job. Okay, that point's got to help. Has to have helped a little bit. Yes, it did. And then it shut off for like 1 frame. That thing that I specifically mentioned to not do. All right, does that bring it back? Oh, interesting, it didn't. All right, well, let's get a proper point right here. For Lennon Houdini, Stephen Kipping is good on CG. Sorry. Did you mention Entegma? Entegma is awesome. Please tell me you mentioned Entegma and I missed it. Entegma? I didn't. How dare you? I think Entegma does motion graphics thing. Yeah, I think they do, don't they? They do. There is a cool water thing they do with the water takes the shape of their logo, I think. They do some fair amount of effects stuff, I believe. Personally though, I think learning the motion graphic stuff is very valuable because you're going to be unstoppable in shaping and driving your effects if it's fluid or smoke or pyro, I should say. I don't know if that's accurate to say. Maybe CG can correct me, but I think learning a little bit outside of it is going to benefit you massively. Generally, across any piece of software, for me, learning into other territories has always helped me. Because you can, if you learn how to do one task, even if you learn that one task well, when some little problem comes up and now you don't know how to solve it, because you haven't built up this problem-solving skill, then that could be very problematic. The artists who don't know how to actually be artists. Don't be one of those. Don't be a person who memorized the order of buttons to press. Oh yeah, from General's point of view, it helps a lot. I learned everything. Yeah. They're good too, but personally I'm still looking for proper mentorship type. Oh, CG, I have to check that out. I took a glance at their website, but went deeply. Okay, what did I track here? Did that help extend? Oops, let's lock that, solve. All right, now let's just start stitching this as I go. So let's plant down another tracker over here. And do I see this tracker come back? Oh, interesting. I tracked a very similar area earlier with another tracker. Okay, I can't exactly make out the exact position, so that tracker is gonna die. Solve, and looks like we extended a little bit out further. Those mountain points, I don't know if those are gonna really solve back there. Wonder if I get something in this kind of mid-range in these trees. Maybe there's some parallax that'll help Synthesize know what's going on. Had a friend has access to, okay, pyro tutorials. Man, you probably really hear me just pelting on my keyboard. I need to change my keys, or I don't know, what, blue keys or whatever the silent keys are. I have no idea what the labels for those keys are. Oh, I don't like tracking that. That's going to take a while. Also, it's sliding. It's not the sharpest detail. I'm going to ignore that. Instead, let's get something right here. I like this. Oh yeah, this is easy. Logitech has best silent keyboards. Yeah, but I don't want a Logitech keyboard. Well, that being said, I think I've only seen like one of their mechanical keyboards. I want a mechanical keyboard because I love it for gaming. Love the feeling for gaming. I don't care much about the sound, I just like the feel. That is a good suggestion though, like Logitech is great. They have like a good range of keyboards from like not good and affordable to pretty good and, you know, relatively still affordable. Plus like the sync between their products is really nice. I like their Logitech G Hub. What you want is a mechanical keyboard, Red Cherry MX, since you are a gamer. Oh yes, they are amazing. I've heard of that. You know what? I think my nephew's boyfriend actually wanted a keyboard like that. That'll be easy for me to remember. I am going to look into that. All right, we've extended that. I used to have Corsair keyboard. It was so good. Oh, I have a Corsair keyboard right now. Love it. Don't remember what make it is. You mean model? Oh, well, what make it is, you know. I just used make for a lot of things. What make? Brand? What brand is Corsair? Because technically brand and also model are, well, they're different makes. But that's, I guess I'm using the term make as in build. Make is not really like a actual word for build or model. It's kind of one of those broken English things. I think I do like using make for brand more though. Just running it through my head, and I think I like it more. But technically I wouldn't say still. I still like it for model too. I gotta stop running it through my head. Solve. What does this look like for now? Okay, so I think I'm at the point where I'm gonna go to the shore here, and I'm gonna track backwards, and then it's gonna connect very easily. So this should not take long at all. This is kind of a weird point that I'm adding here. That water is kind of lifting up over this stick, over this log, branch, whatever you want to call it. Kind of shrunk down that little opening a bit. But, whatever. It's not too bad. And it's not a spot where I plan on any CG going. Akam, what's the shortcut for change track point size? Oh, track point size? Yeah, one sec. Let me show you on a new tracker. Man, this point's really hanging on. I don't like it. I don't like this one anymore. Okay, so adjusting the tracker size. Let's find a nice point here. Okay, so tracker size. You know how you use your number pad, and you have like your arrow keys on your number pad to nudge your tracker around like I'm doing now? Well, 9 and 3 on your number pad is grow, shrink. And if you want to change the width or length of the tracker, it's 7 and 1. So I use that a lot when I'm adjusting my points because I'm sick of grabbing the box. And if you want to use these keys to change the search box size, I think hold shift. Oh, wait, no. Hold control, and now all those keys are doing those same transformations on the search box. So yeah, that's hopefully helpful. Gotcha. Nice. Oh, this big plume of purple smoke had to have a tiny little cloud over it just to obscure that, huh? What did I track? There it is. Pretty sure that's it. Yes, it is. All right, 1, 2, we got some points over here. Looks like the stitching is happening soon, so let's knock out some stuff over here. I feel like I tracked this feature. It's all looking the same to me. All you chunks of dirt, all you chunks of sand look the same to me. Oh god, that big puff of smoke. Okay, we got 3 trackers. I need one more to last. What is this? What is that, mud? I don't know. Bro, I want to stream on Twitch. People, they do funny hot tub, and they get a lot of views. Funny hot tub? I don't know what that is. Oh, smoke. Get out of here. Gals and guys sitting in a hot tub and chatting with people. You know, I could see the appeal in that. One of my favorite Twitch channels right now is this guy who works for, like, I don't know, Uber Eats or Skip or something, and he drives around New York. He just rides his bike around New York City with his phone strapped to his handlebars that he's looking at Twitch comments on. Yeah, and he's just delivering food. It's the most riveting content I've ever seen. I love putting that on when I work on weekends and I'm sitting at work at the office by myself. I just toss on like stupid streams like that. Also, there's a stream that I watch of purple martins. I like seeing birds grow. So I found a Twitch channel of somebody who has cameras on these bird boxes, and inside is purple martins. Also, I'm subscribed. I have a couple channels where some farmers just put cameras into their hen houses. I don't know why. I kind of like the farm noises sometimes, so I just put it on. I don't know. Get to watch chickens act like chickens. Akam, LOL, Ren, CG, LOL. Akam, how about ASMR? Can you put that channel link, Uber Rider 1? Yes, I can. Huh. Oh, that's how you do it. Okay. I thought this would be easier to find. I thought it would be really fast to find this biker guy on my following list. Evidently, it's very difficult. So I better just get back and track this in a second. One more very fast look. Yeah, I think I gotta... Kind of obsessed with it in my head now, finding this dude. Yeah, I don't know. I give up. Sorry. I gotta keep tracking. Okay. Sorry to bother. Continue with the work. Didn't know it was gonna take time. I didn't know either. I kind of wanted to find it. I kind of wanted to show it really quick. It's really... I don't know why. I'm kind of one of those people who just is fascinated by just... I don't know. I like seeing inside buildings. Inside of places I can't go. It's kind of fun to see these bikers go to these parts of the city that you can't see. All these different times of day that you'll never be there. And see, they just have access to all these buildings. Going up these floors, you get to see some of the architecture. I'm gonna find that guy. I'm gonna find that guy, and I don't know. I'll toss it on. I'll send it to you on Discord if I find it. Oh, did this solve? Oh, it's almost connected. It's close. This is only a couple frames, but I'll try to do it anyway. Yeah, it's not the best. All right. Nearing the end game. Oh, this is close. Maybe one or two more trackers. I think I did it. I think the entire shot is solving now. Nope. Right here. What track? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. Yeah, and there's 3 trackers right here, and the other one appears the last second. Okay, no, we need one more tracker. This is not a very good point. Actually, it's not too bad. I don't want to track it during the smoky bit. Where's everybody watching from? I saw that. I just want to see real quick. 6 on Twitch, 1 on YouTube. It's nice that so many people are watching on Twitch. I don't really like the streams on YouTube. I don't usually look at the viewer count, but I saw that we were sitting around like, I think it was sitting around 16 at one point, and then it went to 14 not too long ago, and then I started trying to look for that Twitch channel, and now the viewers dropped down to 7. Probably because I sat and did nothing. That's fine. I'm not really in this to, like, you know, maximize viewers. I'm just kind of having fun. Whoever wants to sit and see random tips and synthesize and ask questions are welcome to stay. Everyone else is... they're okay. They're okay. Do I have a bad tracker that jumped over here? Something over here is pulling. Oh. I have a tracker jumping over here. Finally. All right. Now, hopefully that fixed the massive spike. Yes, it did. Yeah, the whole thing is solving now. So now, at the end here, whatever couple trackers I add will be easy to extend this out. And let's see how far I can get it to go before I say I'm done for the night. And another night I'm going to extend this, and the next time that I work on the shot, it's going to be me doing the hard part, the part that I'm really not looking forward to. Tracking the clouds at the end. Okay, I'm not going to pay attention to that until this. There we go. I like that this point landed over here because that's going to fix this. So if it's solved, hey, look at that. I do have to say, for anybody who thinks that I'm going to be leaving it like this is not a lot of trackers. I need more. Like, I will be filling out a lot more space as time goes on, because now that I have a base solve going, everything else that I add is just kind of a very nice bonus for synthesize. So any point that I add now is just going to make everything better everywhere. Solve. So now that I have a bit of stuff going on, something I am curious to see. I wonder if this level of data will give me rolling shutter. So I'm going to go more, rolling shutter. Also, I'm going to use quartic distortion and solve. So you can see the shutter here. This is the shutter that I'm dealing with, the distance of with the correction. Yeah, that is. Look at all those radars going up. I can't wait to see what this does in Blender now that I know that the distortion is happening split down the middle of the footage rather than the very top. Oh yeah, because I'm hoping, like, if I solved without this, cleared it, any other bit of error, like this stuff right here, this is either a weird distortion Synthesize can't calculate, or it's Shutter. Hard for me to know until I go into Blender or something and just do some tests. Yeah, like this over here, that is some intense slide. What if I check off some other stuff? Yeah, so things over here, this should have calculated a little bit better. I'm using a spherical lens, and there's not many more values than this that I typically need to calculate. So my guess is that would be Shutter. If I use Shutter now, we can't see a difference. But what's kind of nice is that you can see how uniform the distance all these points are from the tracker. So it looks like when I actually render in Blender with the shutter, rolling shutter active, that these points will all slide over to their correct position at an even distance, meaning that this point that's extra wrong kind of proves that my distortion is as good as it can be. Hopefully. Actually, you know what? I can test this here. What am I doing? We can go script, projection screens. Actually, I think I hit save already, but let me just hit save. We can go script, projection screens, rolling shutter compensator, and from solver. Come on. Synthesize is hung up. It's kind of a long shot that it's having to do this on. Okay, man. I gotta go. Good to talk to you, CG. You enjoy your day. And hope that it goes smooth. Oh, nice, the projection screen. F3. Look at this first. If you can. Oh, it's in the back. All right, one sec. Oh, it didn't apply right. I should have applied distortion. All right, later. Gonna crash out. Been up all night. Yeah, you have a good rest, man. You sound like you've been busy. Oh, by the way, I should say to anybody, I'm basically done now. I'm basically done. I'm not gonna extend this a little bit. I'm gonna save that for the whole sky tracking and actually solve. I think I'm gonna solve this too. Once I get those sky points tracked. Next stream. So for now, I'm gonna undo what I did there with that. And let me apply this distortion. I just want to see what this, I just want to see if the solve points actually work in 3D with rolling shutter. All right, so those are offset, good. And now let's go script, projection screens, compensator from solver, and remove lens distortion. I hope this, when set, removes lens distortion as specified by the, I hate that these things go away so fast. After running lens for 3, when off, anything, okay. Well, let's just leave that then. All right, gotta wait a moment. I'm tired. I'm so tired. I need to go die as well. It's 11:50. I did a lot of running around just for tape, just for my AC. And lifting that AC around my tiny little bedroom was not a enjoyable feat. Okay, here we go. Plane's back. Oh, I'm not looking at it right yet. I was wondering why it wasn't looking a little bit better than that. I have to get that plane fixed. There you can see once the shutter comes in, that tracker snaps better into position. Okay, just wanna, there we go. Look at that. Also, it's kind of obvious when you see it in SynthEyes now. When you see the compensator moving around, and it's like, oh yeah, of course, it's warping mainly from the center. Last time I didn't know how to do this before I tried in Blender. All right, come on, I want to see the beginning. Look at that skew, man. Come on. Oh, I like that. I like that point sticking. Oh, it's close. All right, let me lock onto one of these. Just a couple more frames. All right. That's looking pretty nice right now. Keep looking nice. A little bit of slide there, but that makes sense. I don't have a lot of points. Oh, that was nice. Oh, that's looking pretty nice too. Little pop there. But again, my tracker's here disappear and there's nothing else in this area. But when I get trackers, this is going to be pretty solid. This was that really bad piece. And it looks awesome. Again, the tracker shuts off here. Little pop. That's where I got to fill in areas close by. But that looks pretty solid. Render, did you shoot it on slow-mo? Yes, I did. Or did you post? Yeah, I didn't put. No post. Doing it in post would have gave me a lot of really bad artifacts on the smoke. And also, you know, everywhere else. Because his arms are moving so fast. I wonder if it's worth it for me to really quickly dump this into Blender and just see if the rolling shutter will sit and render where it needs to. Where the fun begins. Was the fix for rolling shutter challenge something you needed to do differently in SynthEyes or in Blender? Curious to try myself. Awesome that you got the pipeline working. Yeah, so I haven't got it working yet. You know, I think let me try it in Blender really quick now, actually. So, because I am curious. Here's the thing: if you look like a stream back, in one or two streams back, I tried to do shutter in Blender. I got into Blender, but I couldn't get the shutter render to match with the tracker location. But I know why now. I know the biggest problem that I made, but I just got to see if that fix works now. I might try it really quickly right now. Yeah, I watched that one. You watched me fail. Yeah, let's try it real quick. Yeah, look at that shutter. Look at the offset here. Then you go here, and it looks awesome. Look at how different that is, because you can only display it in SynthEyes. But in 3D, this warp is semi-fake. Like this warp, even in the manual, it tells you this warp is not accurate. It's meant to roughly help you out. So it should look even better in Blender, hopefully. I watched you iterate towards a solution. That's pretty good. Okay, yeah, so I'm basically done with this stream. I think I'm just gonna really quickly see if I can toss this in the blender at a really fast pace and see what it does. So first, let me write out this plate. One moment. All right, there's our plate written out, and let me do a alembic, wherever that is. I think my settings are good. All right, blender. Almost got my file. Sequence, work. Tracking alembic. Yep. What is this? What is that? Oh. From what? Why is it looking down like that? That's weird. Let's delete that. Let's delete that. Okay, what was this? 4096 by 1714. Let me get my camera. Background images. Add. Okay, and it's got my UD sequence. And that's going to need to have an offset to 0. Will 0 just work? Looks like it's working. Where'd my chat go? Lost my chat window. Oh, there it is. Okay. Now let's go opacity up. And now. Oh, I got this little bar here. Okay. Okay, so I don't remember. I last time I should have looked this up. I can't remember how to like group all these trackers and put the material to all of them. So I am only going to make a cube, shift plus, go to vertex snapping, come to center, grab, and now make me a mission. Now the trackers, can I just hide trackers? Why does that not work? Why can't I just hide and then everything under it hides? What is that? Is there like a... I hold shift. I hold shift and it hides everything under it. Okay. You know, I see these for it now. It hides that parent. Okay. I guess that's cool. I can see a use for that. I would kind of like that in Maya. Ah. Alright, so let me shift, hide all those, and now all these should be bright, right? Yes, they are bright. Cool. Alright, now let's see if this works, but first I need to go take the render and I gotta get the image in the background. So let's go compositing, use nodes, and for the life of me I not good at compositing at all here, but let's get my image sequence back loaded in. Why do I have two UDs? Weird. Blender's compositing workspace can make an amateur out of even the most advanced yeah, the compositing is not good here. All right, let's see. What was it? Alpha over or something? Oh, I need the increased resolution. Wow. Okay. Edit shot. 2240. Wait. Oh, I wrote this out as half. Yeah. 2240 937. 2240 937. I'm gonna forget that. 2340 937. Okay, potentially good sign. And now let's oh, and now I think I have to come down here to where's transparency? Oh, transparent. Wait, is that it? Film transparent. Oh, yeah, film transparent. Hey. Oh, the cones didn't. Oh, wait. The cones are hidden. But I don't have the render. How do I show the render icon? Whoop, wrong thing. Hey, that's what I wanted. All right, let's see. Shutter, let's see what happens. So, I don't remember where these points are supposed to be. Actually, I think something else is wrong. Weird. Something's not right. I found Blender will sometimes offset my background images by a frame. Oh, I fixed that already. That's not an offset problem here. Yeah, you can see if I go back a frame, you can see it's wrong. I can go ahead a frame, you can see it's wrong. Yeah, I already zeroed that out. Why did they move? But mainly, why are they clipping? Oh, because the clip is separate, that's right. Oh, you have a viewport clip to match the camera, which is annoying. There we go. Is that right? Okay, so that's got to be like right there. Okay, well, I don't know what's causing that. All I can think of is to re-import this stuff, but I don't really want to take the time to do that, so I'm just gonna quickly see what Shutter does and call it a night. So, motion blur, center on frame. Just gonna check something real quick. Oh, I'm in Eevee. Oops. Are you still viewing the shutter corrected image in Synthesize? No. Okay, center on frame. Top, bottom. Let's go none. And Synthesize, I'm going to need, I think anyway, because I don't know exactly what this value is compared to what Blender wants. none. Oh, it's gotta be top bottom? Oh, yeah, okay. Can I type it in here? Is that where it wants it? No. Yeah, I don't know. This was closer last time, and also the solve should have been a lot closer in the first place. So I don't know what would have caused that, but wait. Oh no, I don't know what would have caused that, but I'm just gonna mess around with that on my own time. And so I can at least see if the shutter works, because even if I get this exact, I can't see it. So, yeah, that's about it. Well, it's crazy that a couple people stuck around for so long. And there was a lot of people watching at one point, which was really cool. And they stuck around too. But yeah, I am done failing here. And I'm gonna just figure out why the import acted up. Usually I can get imports acting just fine in Blender. This was kind of the first time I've had it do this, so I don't know what that is exactly, but yeah, I'll figure that out. Anyway, thank you for watching. I guess I should ask if there's any lingering questions that I could answer right now. And then I could be at peace. Have a great night. You too, Akam. You enjoy your night, man. You know what? I'm gonna re-import this Blender file right now. Gonna delete all. This scene is also so small. What if I also got my resolution wrong? Oh, here I think I typed in the raw resolution. No, I thought I fixed it later. Oh, hold on. Edit shot. 2240. By 937. Oh. Wow. I entered in the resolution wrong before. That's totally what I did. Jamal, hey, you caught me at the end. I think I've been streaming for how long have I been streaming for? Weird, my monitor's telling me 43 minutes, but that's not right. I've been streaming for quite some time. For I think 4 hours. Wait. 3-4 hours maybe? I don't know. Wow, okay, so the resolution works. I have to try something really quick and then I'm out. Okay. More than 2 hours, yeah. So, does anybody know how I put one material in multiple objects at the same time? Because I used to think it was something like, I don't know, take this, no wait, take your children, then your parent, and go like what? L, Shift L, material. What about this? Shift L, material, no. Select all, make the object with material, active object, Control L, link materials. Control L. It's Control L. So what's Shift L? Select linked. Oh, that's pretty cool. Okay, that makes sense. Jamal, yes, it is the time zone between Canada and Morocco is huge. Oh man, I'm tired, man. Okay, so now the goal now, let's just, get out of here. Let me select all these trackers now. And this one, Control L, materials, that is awesome. Let me pick the frame that shows my shutter the most. I like this big poppy frame. Whoops. Ah, there we are. Ah, there's that point. All right. I was looking for this point because we could see the offset the easiest right here. All right. Come on. Give me this. Give me this one win, Blender, please. So we're going to cycles. Yes, Sam. Jamal, I will watch later as usual. It's good you're able to stop by and say hi. That's always fun. Center on frame, shutter, top, bottom. Oh, and now in Synthize, see I have this shutter thing going on. And I want the this value, and I made shutter duration. No, that must go here. Shutter duration, I don't know, we'll figure that out. All right, please tell me this will move first. Let's go compositing, use nodes, input, get our sequence going. And make sure that, yes, probably. Offset this, I believe. Now, alpha over. And over to the render settings, film, transparency. Okay, now if this slides over here with no effort and I don't have to figure out what this duration is compared to this shutter thing, oh my god, I'm gonna die happy tonight. F12. Well, those aren't blurry. Whoa! It worked! That's it. Oh man, I'm actually really excited. My shutter worries are over. So now I can render physically accurate shutter. Yeah, look at that, man. This footage is not warped. It's not warped. It's not that stupid cheated warp that everybody likes to do in comp and stuff. It is an actual physically rendered shutter. Calvin, is it possible to do the same thing in Maya? In Maya, Arnold now supports shutter rendering, I believe, as of the past year or two, maybe. Arnold now supports it. You can do this in Arnold. There are a lot of render engines that don't support rolling shutter, but Blender has rolling shutter. Arnold does. Redshift, I don't think it does. Oh, that's so satisfying, man. Yeah. So, yeah, Arnold should be good. Oh, I gotta see that point stick too. So this point, this needs to go here. Oh, why am I not rendering GPU? I need to go into preferences real quick. Wait. That looks better. That doesn't look like perfect. This here looks better. This one moved quite a bit. This could also be a frame where that tracker just legitimately, like, I need more trackers. Some of these, I do need more trackers. That is awesome, man. I'm so excited. Akam, could you try with Arnold next time? Do I have Arnold on my Maya? I think I do, yeah. I should have mine. I could, yeah, I'll give it a try. I just want to see more super visible points. Oh, there's that one, but I had it off screen before, so let me see it here. Ah, oh, perfect. This is so awesome. Oh, I'm getting too excited over this. I think it's warranted. This is such a big deal. Because now that I know this works, this is the kind of thing that I've talked to my boss, and we want to start reaching out to clients that we work with. And we've got some pretty big clients. We've got some pretty friendly clients. And I'm going to see if we can introduce this kind of rendering into their pipelines so that we can actually calculate this easily. No fake warping in 3DE or Synthesize. No cheap shutter corrections in comp that introduce artifacts. Also, like if you're shooting some field, some distant field, and there's power lines passing in front, so you know the shutter isn't visible in the sky, but it is on the power lines. You can't correct that. You can't correct that stuff, but you can render it now. So this is exciting. Like this makes things so much easier. This would make things so much easier for me to calculate at work, get shots to work, no effort. Because half the time we have problems with shutter all the time and distortion, and they go hand in hand. So if we just work like this, get in contact with some clients, just tell them about this new little workflow. Because, you know, if you do CG here, you can't see it stick in this view. You would have to render a fake plate to warp, so which I would probably do out of Synthesize to approximate how this would look. So you would have to tell clients why they have to rely on it sticking in their render. Yeah. All right, so man, that's exciting, dude. That's so cool. Okay. Yeah. All right, I'm done. I'm tired. I asked this already a while ago, but if there's any questions left, that's it. I'm so tired. I need to go to bed. But next time I do this, next time I come back, I'm going to finish this. Let me hide the lines. You could still see the plate warping. When I come back and stream more, I am going to be focusing on the end of the shot. And I'm going to track these extremely annoying clouds. And I'm going to probably solve this completely as well. So I'm going to have... this is going to be some hand animated camera path here. So that's going to be kind of fun. And yeah, that's about it. All right, we are good. 9 people. Why did more people suddenly show up when I'm dying, man? Ran. Okay, take care. Good night. See you soon. It's funny. A few seconds ago there was only like 4 viewers, and then it just kind of spiked up out of nowhere. We were up to 14 for a while. That was really cool. But no, I appreciate people coming in to guilt trip me as my biological clock is forcing me to slumber. Alright, well, this was a very good stream for me because I did a lot and I'm so excited for the shutter. I can't stress that enough. That is such a game changer to me. I'm going to be doing this a whole lot more. And in fact, I'm going to be doing this for every shot going forward. There's no way I'm not doing this. Alright, Render, if it could be possible, just see that match move thing if you could help in your free time. Yeah, let me hey, if you send me your plate, can you send me a link on Discord? And maybe tomorrow I'll do a quick, like a really quick, at the start of my stream, I'll do a quick, I'll show you how to orient your camera, get your solve really nice, and how to make sure that your actor is walking to the correct depths and help find your focal length and stuff. So yeah, if you could do that, I'll help you out with your shot. It's hard to explain through text, so it'd be much easier if I can take the shot and I could show you really quickly. And I'll try to make sure I stream when you can watch. Akam, please try with Arnold too. Yeah, I'll try. Wait, where's my Maya? I want to launch my Maya real quick. I want to see if I have Arnold on it. I just want to take a quick look and see if see what the render setting looks like. I haven't used Arnold in a while, but I'd imagine it'll be very easy to see. I use Redshift. Redshift is what I really like. Yeah, no problem. I will send you. Awesome. Yeah, that'd be great. Oh, sorry, my Maya is launching. Just have to bear with me for one moment. This will be the 3rd time that I've said that I gotta go to sleep. But I'm having too much fun now. Kind of discovering things. Man, shutter is such... Again, rolling shutter is the bane of my existence. Alright, is Maya good? Maya here? Alright. Do I have Arnold? Let's see. Arnold? Motion blur, enable, position. Oh, I also did say that rolling shutter being supported in Arnold is a relatively new thing. I am using Maya 2018. I think rolling shutter was introduced within the past year or two. So I'm a couple years behind. So I guess I actually can't. I'm sorry, Akam. If you have the newest version of Maya, you should see something here like, I don't know. Literally it should say like rolling shutter enabled. Wait, let me see really quickly. Top, bottom, most common scanning direction, camera rolling shutter. Oh, look at this. Arnold. Oh, it's in the camera. It's in the camera shape. Wait, sorry. Okay, hold on. Rolling shutter. Here it is. Okay, sorry. Akam. If you're still here. Okay, it's gonna be top. Rolling shutter duration, so I'm guessing you would put that synthesize number right here. I'm guessing. Oh, wait a second. Blender has shutter here, 6.5, and then shutter duration, 10. So we have shutter angle length 0.5. Oh, so these are okay. So okay, so I entered in here, and I guess the blur for me is going to be here. So let's see. I just gotta. Sorry, I didn't know that. Okay, there's some of that actual blur coming in. And I'm guessing, so that's going to work the same way in Arnold. Let me crank that up a bit more. Let's exaggerate. I'm going to turn it right up. There we go. Well, that could be matched later. Okay, so you got your shutter, which is going to actually tell your footage where it's got to trail to, and then you have rolling shutter duration, which is how long the shutter's open and how much it's going to stretch. Okay, so you got your length here, so this is going to tell it how stretched it is, but you actually have, oh wait, sorry. This is where you're going to enter in your 0.6, whatever your shutter is calculated in Synthesize. And then under the camera, you're going to come over and change to top. I'm pretty sure top. Your shutter starts at the top. There doesn't seem to be an option to, oh, center on frame, and then top. And then duration, you could crank this up and judge how long that needs to be. I'm pretty sure that's all. That's probably all you need. Oh, I miss messing with spherical lenses. This stuff is so cool. I hope that helped, man. Akam, there's not. I could try to render this on another stream. We'll see how it goes tomorrow. Like once I'm done messing with my shot again, maybe I'll toss something in here and we'll see how this looks in Maya. Yes, please. Awesome. Thank you too. All right. So I said I was going to close this out many times, but I have to sleep now. I'm not going to ask if there's any lingering questions, so I'm just going to go. So we're just going to jump into end card. Thank you for watching. And yeah, hopefully there was something informative here, and I think there was. I think this has been very valuable. It was informative for me too. All right, I'm out. Thank you.